Hello world, it is Wednesday, August 3rd, 2022, and looking out the window at Defiance, it's a beautiful sunny day, but it is hot and humid, and I believe there's a heat advisory today, and potentially some bad thunderstorms rolling through this evening and into the night, so be careful out there today. The devotion for today is entitled Do by Quinn Caldwell. And Quinn bases the devotion upon Hosea chapter 14, verse 5, New Revised Standard Version. I will be like the dew to Israel. He shall blossom like the lily. He shall strike root like the forests of Lebanon. And the prayer. I live in a wet, green land where trees guzzle water from the ground like frat boys drinking beer from a keg in a movie. Therefore, I find dew to be mostly an annoyance. Pretty sometimes, sparkly on spider web or whatever. Mostly, it means hollering at the kids to stay on the sidewalk as we leave for school so they don't spend the day with their socks soaked to the ankles. I feel similarly afflicted when faced with some weird vending machine that gives change and dollar coins, so rich that I'm annoyed at having a heavy pocket full of cash. Hosea is here to remind me that there are beings in the world who live lives so perilous that dew can be the difference between life and death. A layer of it allows desert plants to breathe without having the life water sucked right out of them by murderously dry air. By evaporating, it cools them in death-dealing heat. By being absorbed by leaves, it waters them when there is nothing that roots can do. This is the sermon Jesus preached 100 times. God may be as big as the universe, but the way God shows up is almost always small. Only the rich need God to show up as geysers and floods and waterfalls. Only the sated sneer at the dew. The thirsty allow themselves to be saved by it. And Quinn's prayer. God, my belly may slosh, but we both know my life is desiccated plenty of other ways. Give me a small blessing, just a sprinkling, just enough to save me and turn me into a water bearer in your garden. Amen. All the images that came to me from this devotion are that sometimes we overlook the small stuff in life and look at things that may be annoyances or irritants that are really blessings. And sometimes I think it just helps to look at the world in awe, to be present in that moment, and really think about what we're seeing and how we're reacting. And sometimes I think when we're reacting negatively, we might stop and ask ourselves why we're reacting the way we are. That's getting off the topic of the devotion, but really, I think look for God in all the little things that happen. The little dandelion, the small flower growing up in the crack of the sidewalk, the little hummingbird coming to feed at the feeder or at the tree in the courtyard at church. There's so many things that we can just stop and look and appreciate. Hope you have a good day and hope to talk to you again tomorrow.